Welcome to the extra practice. Now, I'm not going to make a video of how you do these first few because you learned those in lesson 2.3. You already mastered it. You're just practicing it just to show that you are going to get perfect on the test. I'm showing it to you here. Maybe these solutions are posted online. If they are not, you can pause the video and take a look at my solutions. But for multiplying and dividing, you factor everything. If it's division, you flip it. You flip the second fraction. You cancel any factors that appear on the top and the bottom, and then you multiply the tops and you multiply the bottom. So there's my solution to 1a, extra practice A, extra practice B. Pause this and have a look, see if you agree. I have my canceling. I've tried to make it so you can still read what I canceled. Here's my solution to C. You can pause that if you like and try it on your own. Make sure your answer matches. And again, factor everything. Flip that second fraction, flip it. So I flipped it and factored it in one step. Factor everything, cancel the common factors, and get your answer. Your answer is A. Pause that if you want to have a closer look. Again, factor everything. I did two things in one step here. I factored it and I flipped it. And I got that for my answer. And my restrictions come from the bottoms of these fractions. They're not allowed to be 0. That can't be 0. So x can't be negative a half. That can't be 0. X can't be negative 1. That can't be 0. That can't be 0. That can't be 0. And that shows up twice, so I don't need to do it twice. So pause those if you want to look at them. Try them on your own. Check your work against mine. Again, maybe these solutions are posted online, or maybe you just have to pause this video to see them. But these ones are new skills, so I'm going to do them. Try them on your own first, or you can watch me do them. Whatever seems like more fun. First step, well, first I'm going to do the division. And in that step, I'm going to factor everything in one step. So y minus 5 doesn't factor. The bottom of this fraction factors. I need two things that add to make 17 and multiply to make 72. That's 9 and 8. (3y plus 2) doesn't factor. The bottom of this, I need two things that add to make negative 9 and multiply to make 8. Minus 8 minus 1. And I'm dividing, so I flip this one. All right, when you multiply, you look for things to cancel on the top with things to cancel on the bottom. But nothing cancels. Fantastic. So all I do is, this guy stays the same. And this guy, I multiply the bottoms and I multiply the tops. So the bottom of this is going to be y minus 8 times y minus 1 times y minus 9. And on the top, I'm going to get 2 times 3y plus 2. So that's the division taken care of. And now I need to add. For adding, I need a common denominator. First I factor. Well, I already factored. I need to multiply by the missing factor. Well, this is y minus 5, and I'm going to multiply it by y minus 1 so that the bottoms of these fractions match. Now, the bottom I do not expand. I leave the bottom as y minus 9 times y minus 8 times y minus 1. On top of this one, I get y squared minus 5y minus y plus 5. And the other one doesn't change because it's already had the common denominator. And what do I get on the bottom? Well, when you're adding, you don't change the denominator. Don't change the bottom. And on the top, you add everything up. Y squared by itself, negative 5y minus y is negative 6y plus y is gone. Plus 5 plus 4 is plus 9. I try for a second to factor the top of that. It doesn't factor because it's not, because it's plus 9. Do I need to state restrictions? I need to state restrictions. Well, my restrictions are y can't be 9, y can't be 8, and y can't be 1, because those would make the bottom of the fraction 0. That's my answer. And for the second one, subtraction, well, I also need a common denominator, so factor everything. X minus 2 over. Adds to 10, multiplies to 21, 7 and 3. Minus. Adds to 5, multiplies to 6. X plus 3, x plus 2. Pro tip. I'm hoping one of these factors shows up here, or one of these factors shows up there, because I'm guessing part of it's already going to match and part of it won't. That's not really how math works, but that's how high school works. So now I need to multiply by the missing factors. Well, this guy is missing x plus 2. And I'm going to put brackets around this to remind me to multiply by everything. And this one is missing x plus 7. And I'm going to show you just a little bit of a shortcut here. Not a big shortcut, but I'm going to expand the top of that. So x squared plus 2x minus 2x cancels out, minus 4. Minus, and I'm going to expand this out, x times x, minus 4x. Minus 4x plus 7x makes plus 3x. And negative 4 times negative 7 makes negative 28. And I'm going to put all that over x plus 7, x plus 3, x plus 2. And I forgot to write that here, so I'm going to write it now. I knew it was there. I just forgot to write it. Okay. I don't need to write them over separate fractions because I know that both of them are going to be over this. And maybe you can skip this step, or maybe it helps you get it right if you write this step, but I'm going to distribute the negative now. Same denominator. X squared minus x squared is gone. Negative 3x is all the x's, and negative 4 plus 28 is plus 24 over x plus 7, x plus 3, x plus 2. And if I want to be fancy, I could factor negative 3 out of that. Why am I doing that? Well, partly because I like to be fancy, but also partly because I want to see if that x minus 8 will cancel anything on the bottom. If that x minus 8, if there was an x minus 8 on the bottom and I didn't cancel it, I would be wrong because I wasn't finished. Turned out nothing cancels here. What are my restrictions? X can't be negative 7. X can't be negative 3. X can't be negative 2. All right. Go practice that. Go get perfect on the test.